Hey, YouTube.
Let's talk
Umbra.
Umbra.
Let's do it.
Should we do an intro for this video or just go right into it?
Yeah. If you're curious about our star ratings, they're down below.
Yeah, we'll have that whole description below.
Yeah, this won't be the first one in the series. If you're watching this and you haven't seen any of our other ALC Revolution ratings, go check out the playlist. We'll have a playlist on our channel. It'll have all of our other videos in there. So yeah, let's just talk about Umbra. So this is the Ranger Advanced Element. We're just going to go basically in an alphabetical order by like card types as well. So Champion up first, level 3, Diana Cursebreaker, Diana Lineage. Banish all curse cards from Diana's lineage. Materialize 2 bullet cards from your material deck. Until end of turn, Diana gains on attack, Wake Up Diana. Activate this ability only if there are 4 or more curse cards in Diana's lineage. And she's a 25 health champion. So sorry. I didn't know what I clicked there.
We downloaded virus. It's fine.
So,
what do you think? What do you think, Caben?
We
were going to force Caben into this because he's the one who's the biggest hater towards Rangers. So.
I honestly just kind of don't get it. Like, I understand it, but I don't get how it's going to be
This
strong.
feels like a lot of work to get this to occur.
This card, if you could make it happen, is absolutely
Yeah.
insane. Like, I think this is such a strong ability. Granted, you have to put 4 curses on yourself.
Which are usually giving you -2
2,
health.
or every time you draw, you take 2 or something like that.
Yeah, so it's like, you have to really play with fire to really, like, pop this off. I think it's crazy strong, but I don't know. Like, I like that you could just banish 1. Oh, wait. Do you have to have all 4 to get the Materialize 2 bullet as well?
No.
Okay, you can just
It's
banish
only
1
the
curse card for the... Yeah,
No,
okay.
no,
Oh, wait, no. In order to
I think
activate it.
yeah.
So
No,
you
you
can
can only-
activate
yeah.
it at any time. So you don't have to do it when she enters. So, like, you could sit there. Once you hit 4, you can activate it.
Yeah.
So,
You can't materialize 2 bullet cards by just banishing 1 curse.
Correct.
Right? Okay.
But you could banish 1 card
Yeah.
and not get anything.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like you can remove them. So
If you're in a trouble, if you're in a situation where you might
Yeah.
die.
Gotcha. I don't know. It just seemed bad to me, honestly. 3.
I'm teetering between 2 and 3. So
Yeah.
I'll 3. I'll be nice.
Yeah, I guess I'll do a 3 too. I think that her ability is incredibly strong. If you can pull it off consistently, it's kind of just a game ender.
Yeah.
So
This one's probably the one I would think would be
So this
more
is the
likely.
starter deck version. Level 3 Diana Duststalker, also 25 health, Ranger Human, Diana Lineage. On enter, Diana becomes distant. On champion hit, generate a Creeping Torment card and put it on the bottom of the hit champion's lineage. So,
Creeping Torment is -2 health.
Yes.
Max.
it is.
curse card.
Yeah, curse
Right,
card.
yeah.
Yep. Ranger will have an innate. They have a range 2
Yep.
Yeah.
on their level 2. So when she does this, her next attack will get +2 for that turn.
And she'll also do that. So in theory, every time you attack, you get an additional 2 damage
Yes.
if you hit.
Yeah.
So which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that when she comes out with your level 2 Diana, you know you're swinging for 4.
Yep.
At the very least, but probably 5.
This is going to be the
5 for
rush
the weapon, 6 or 6 or 7 for the bullets.
Yeah, like she's
If you're-
coming in hot.
If
Yeah.
you're in water and you dungeon guided into this is another 4 from like Scepter or something. So
Yep.
like definitely seems like that mid-range level 3. Like, you know, you're an aggro deck.
Yep. Level 1 guarantee
I
you a
can see it being
weapon.
strong.
Level 2 is guaranteeing a bullet. So
Yeah.
yeah, honestly, you are hitting for a guarantee like 7-9,
Yeah.
and then extra damage depending on what you do and stuff like that.
That's pretty good.
If you're playing Ranger, this is one I would think. My linear brain says do this one.
Yeah.
I'd give this a 4.
Yeah, I can give this a 4 as the one that you're gonna play.
Same. Definitely the better of the 2 out the gates.
Yeah.
All right, onto the Regalia. This is a 1-cost Regalia weapon, Ranger gun, Shadow's Twin. Whenever Shadow's Twin becomes loaded, it gets +2 attack until the end of turn. It's a 1/5, by the way. Class bonus, whenever an attack using this weapon triggers an on-hit ability, that ability is triggered an additional time. So
This is what you'd play with her.
right, so it would be pretty crazy because you can get essentially 5 damage from this because you would trigger your leader's ability, you'd get the +2 and the inherent 1 as well. So
And you can't, just so everyone knows, you can't use a gun without a bullet.
right.
So, and level 2 is getting you a bullet, and her level 1 is lineage release, so you remove your level 1.
Yeah.
And you can do that once you're level 3 to guarantee that you're going to have this on your turn.
Yeah.
So.
It is a huge burst potential,
Yeah.
but it can also, that whole combo can be stopped pretty easily by
different
spell
things.
So
shields and
whenever
stuff.
this
Yeah.
becomes loaded, so it's +2. There's bullets that are 2, so that's 4. It has 1, so that's 5. Distant, if you're level 3, is another 2.
Yep, and then
from range.
Then Creeping Torment,
which is another twice, so it's 11.
But it has to hit.
It has to hit.
That's
all on hit, which means if they're able to, well, they have to. For that damage has to be.
Yeah.
So they have to block
7,
7, which is.
There's spell shields.
There are spell
or you
shields.
can just stealth yourself with that new stealth
Yeah,
card.
like I don't know. I don't like Ranger's overall mechanic of get a really big attack with a gun.
Yeah. What was the rating?
Oh, 100%. That's the Diana. So for highest 4 I can give it. It's not meta defining.
Sure.
So,
Oh yeah. 4. Cool.
Yeah.
3. Golem Lance, 0 cost Regalia.
Oh, sorry, that was the gun.
Yeah.
For some reason in my head it was Diana still.
Yeah.
That gun is insane. Yeah, 4. That's sorry. Anyway,
that's
continue.
fair. I'm just a Ranger hater.
Yeah.
0 cost Golem Lance, also an Umbra card. Oh, everything's Umbra. Regalia Weapon, Ranger Gun. It's a 1/4. Class bonus on hit, deal X unpreventable damage to the hit unit, then recover X, where X is the amount of curse cards in the attacker's lineage +1.
It's kind of cool with the first Diana.
That's the thing. Well, first Diana, even the second Diana,
Yeah.
because this is guarantee you're hitting them, so you're going to guarantee more Creeping Torments, right?
Yeah.
Because unpreventable damage.
Yep.
Well,
I like the unpreventable damage part.
This is
Well,
weird.
they have to have a curse on you in order to do that. It's going to do 1, no matter what, right? Because we got 1.
You have to have a curse on yourself.
There's just so you know, there's a 1-cost curse that just puts it on them. By the way,
Yeah.
you can just it's a Creeping Torment just goes on them.
X is the amount of curse
on
cards
you.
on your attacker's lineage +1.
it has to be on
But
you.
It can still deal 1 unpreventable damage because it's 0 + 1 is still 1. So you don't have to have a curse card on yourself.
No. It deals X unpreventable damage, right? Or does it?
Where X
it
is
does
the
+1.
amount of curse cards +1.
So it does hit 1.
So you can use this with no curse cards whatsoever.
Got you.
The only issue is like Recover X feels really bad because if you do have a lot of curses on yourself, you're already low health. Like
This
I don't know.
phrasing seems really weird to me. It's on hit.
Yes.
Which on hit can be blocked.
Yeah.
Okay, so this can still be blocked.
Yes.
Okay, so if this hits and you're the one that puts a curse on
card,
them.
Yeah. Starter deck Diana.
So if you attack them for 1, they take that. They don't stop it at all.
Yeah.
Then you would deal 2
Okay.
by giving them another curse card and then dealing X by, like
3.
3 or something like that. Yeah, or 2 for that.
Sorry,
damage.
3 is my rating.
2. It's so easy to stop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
But I also gave Thieving Cut like a miserable rating in FTC because I was like, too easy to stop. And Thieving Cut's kind of...
Honestly, it was a 2.
I rated it a little harsh, but not that harsh.
Yeah, probably about that too. I think it is pretty fringe.
I think it's 3.
All right, here's our first bullet. Athema's End. Item, Ranger Bullet. You tap it, load it into a target unloaded gun weapon you control. Class bonus on champion hit. Banish all cursed cards in the hit champion's lineage. For each card banished this way, deal 2 unpreventable damage to that champion, and it's a 1 damage. Again, like, unpreventable damage is crazy strong in this game, but it's relying on hitting in the first place.
You had to hit him in the first place.
So,
I still don't really get that though, because like, I guess if we're putting the curses on them that they take damage when they draw, then it's good.
yeah.
But if this is just getting rid of Creeping Torments,
Yeah.
it literally
it's
is
doing
just
the same
doing
thing.
nothing.
Yeah.
They might as well have just kept those on
Yeah.
and been that minus. And then, because, I don't know.
Unless you're in like the Umbra mirror or something like that.
I guess-
I don't know.
Creeping Torment's better than dealing 2 unpreventable damage because they can't remove it.
Yeah.
And it's minus max health, so they can't heal up.
The thing is, like, this is a super rare too. Like, this is meant to be a really strong card. I'm like 3.
I feel like I'm missing something.
Like, imagine you don't get the champion on hit. Now you
Loan
just
Anathema's End into target unloaded gun you control. That's the pretty standard.
That's
Yeah.
normal bullets.
Class bonus. On champion hit, banish all curse cards in the hit champion's lineage. For each card banished this way, deal 2 unpreventable damage to that champion. Yeah, I mean, this is like a 2 to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
I
is,
think
and
so.
it's an
Like a 2?
SR. It's probably honestly one of the worst SRs in the set.
Yeah, it's kind of
I have to be missing something, but 2.
Yeah, that's strange, man.
This card.
Carter. Okay.
Carter's cool.
So 2 cost. Now we're on to the allies, the main deck card. Well, I guess last one's the main deck card, but now we're on to the allies. 2 cost Carter Synthetic Reaper, unique ally Guardian Ranger Human. class bonus cleave. Whenever an ally dies, recover 1. This is also 2/3, by the way, and a UR. On enter, you may sacrifice another ally you control. If you do, card gets +2 until end of turn. If an automaton ally was sacrificed this way, draw a card.
Yeah.
I'll let you start.
This is their board clear because they don't have any other one.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. So, not real ones, I should say. So, if allies and wide boards things are a thing, this I feel like has to be played. It is just a 2-cost 2/3 with cleave, which that in and of itself is great. And then if you can kill any of their units, you're recovering a decent amount of health.
Yeah.
Plus, if you sack an automaton, you draw a card.
Exactly. Stack up 1/1.
And you recover 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This card is honestly, I can give the first rating if you want. I think it's a 5. I think that this is a card you absolutely have to respect.
This is
as a deck that plays allies every time you play against Ranger. Anything going to Umbra.
So close to being on par with Pendragon. Because
Yeah.
also remember, it says if an automaton ally was sacrificed away. Does it say? Yeah, but it is specifically one you control.
Yeah.
To me, it's similar to like when you return the Regalia to your deck.
Yeah.
You're killing
Sure.
like a token, hopefully.
Yeah. You're still only drawing 1, which
Yeah.
is
You
unfortunate.
do draw a card, though.
But you're getting +2
Or, I mean,
damage.
Gain a life. Draw a
Yeah.
card and gain a life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's got more attack and on cleave, which can, like you guys said, then heal yourself a ton.
Get through stealth.
Yep.
Get through.
I would give this a 4 or 5, and because it's a Ranger card that doesn't revolve around guns, honestly. Like
Sure.
and it's really strong.
I'll go to 5 as well.
Yeah.
I like that card.
That card is the best Umbra card we've seen so
Yeah,
far.
for sure.
And the Creeping Torment.
Yep.
Here
so
you go.
This
Perfect.
is just a 1-drop Fantasia Cleric Curse spell. On enter, put Creeping Torment on the bottom of target champion's lineage. Inherited effect, whenever you draw your second card each turn, deal 2 unpreventable damage to this object.
So this is the Creeping Torment. It is the draw
Yeah.
one. Not the -2 health.
Yeah, yeah.
There's stuff that are based on like Fantasia that you have, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would this count towards, if this was on your champion, would this count towards you owning it?
You
100%.
You don't
Be a
own it,
Fantasia
you
that
control
That
it.
you control.
You control it but not own
the
it.
opponent would.
Yes. So your opponent, if you put it on your opponent,
Yeah.
They control it but don't own it.
100%.
Okay, okay.
So if it's Fantasias that you control, you don't control it.
Yeah.
But if it's Fantasias you own, then yes.
Wait. Yeah. Well, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is the
What rating on that?
Sorry.
Creeping Torment.
I mean, it's the curses. It's
one
kind
cost-
of what the whole thing's based on.
Minimal. It's minimum. It's 1-cost deal 2,
Yeah.
which is kind
of, yeah.
Which is kind of weird.
Yeah. It is
But-
very strange, and it does stop all of these decks that want to draw a bunch of cards. It doesn't stop them, but it makes them take damage, which is good. Might help you push that little bit of extra damage you might need. So, I don't know. The curse mechanic, I think, it's so hard because I could say it's a 5 because I think the curse could potentially be
Yeah.
a meta-defining thing,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
this would be
yeah.
that, right? This is literally a curse. So
curse cards are hard to rate.
in that world, I'd give it that, but then at the same time, playing these in my deck maybe like a 2, like a very fringe. Like you want to build your deck in a very specific way to actually play the curses in your deck. Take up card
Yeah.
space in your deck to play the curses when I can just hit them and put curses on them.
Yeah.
So that seems like somewhere to be. I'm gonna say somewhere it's either a 2 or a 5, in my opinion. That's it.
I think because I have to do the graphics for this.
Yeah.
I need 1.
Oh. How about? I'm gonna give it a 5 because it's a curse.
Okay.
I think the curses could
2.
potentially be meta defining.
I'll give it a 3. I don't think you're putting all 4 in if you do.
No, that's the problem. Is I don't think the card's a 5. I think the card's a 2, but the curses themselves, and it is a curse,
Yeah.
is a 5. So
Anyway.
Next
card.
cursed, 2-cost Demon's Aim. Action, Ranger, Curse spell, slow speed. Put Demon's Aim on the bottom of your champion's lineage. Then the champion's attacks this turn gain True Sight and can't be redirected by Intercept, but it can be redirected by Taunt. Choose the target.
No, it can't because this next part right here.
Choose the targets for this attack as though units didn't have Taunt. Okay, so it gets through Intercept and Taunt,
Yep.
and it has True Sight. Basically, it's going to be able to aim at your opponent's champion, but it doesn't necessarily mean that your damage is still going to connect. Inherited effect, this object has -2.
in that self curse deck, this one's kind of nuts.
Yeah, in a self-curse deck, this is what you're playing. Dude, I don't know.
Again, I just really don't have that faith on guns and these big attacks.
Hurting yourself is such a
connecting.
big deal.
Yeah.
Like,
Paying 2 to make
I'm all about life as a resource. I'm all about it.
Yeah.
But this is a little strange because it's not. I guess. Okay. let me put it this way. If we are playing Self-Cursed Diana, her ability is at fast speed.
Yep.
So if I was ever in a situation where I was going to die,
Yeah.
I could get rid of it.
Yep.
But
Actually-
it does build me up to that big, I'm going to kill you.
This one of
Oh, it's special. Oh.
this just lasts forever, too. Every single turn, you have True Sight.
No,
and,
no. Then your champions attack this turn, gain True Sight.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Yep. It's something that you have to.
You play this when you hit your 4th curse and win the game.
Sure.
It doesn't matter what board they have. It doesn't matter if they have 14 taunts. It doesn't matter if they have Majestic Spirit.
But they can still negate damage.
Take half damage, and then
Yeah.
sometimes you don't kill them. And
It's just.
All I'm saying is when you attack 6 times in a turn,
that's
I
right.
don't think it
yeah,
matters.
yeah.
Sure.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Very true. You know what? This is one of the better curse cards, or better than the other one, because this one, you said, you can just get rid of it if you needed to. So I'll give it a 4.
3.
4.
Okay.
In Self-Curse.
Yep.
It's a very good card. So maybe
this
3,
card.
technically,
This
but-
is, again, anytime that you're not talking about curses or guns in Ranger, I think it gets better. 1 cost, False Step. It's a Ranger skill reaction action that's fast. If damage would be dealt to your champion this turn, prevent 2 of that damage. Your champion becomes distant. Then you may pay 2 if you do. Allies you control also become distant.
This is a 5 to me. If you're playing a board where you're going fast, or if you, because it's defensive. We talked about this in our Patreon video.
Yeah.
It's defensive and offensive.
Yeah.
You can,
There's not many of those.
you can stop some damage because every single time you're dealt damage, prevent 2. So then you could, if you're against a board of allies, you can play this on yourself and prevent a bunch of. It's like a mini Veiling Breeze or Resolute. And it still gives you distant, and then or if you have a bunch of units that have range, you can just buff them up too.
It's super cool to have a card that hits on both ends like
Yeah.
that. Most of the cards I know that are like that are on the watch list.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
fair.
if that tells you anything about cards that can be played offensively and defensively, there you go. This card, also the art, 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Art on this card is beautiful.
Yeah. I give it a 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
All right, Gloam Spire's Wraith. 3 cost ally Ranger Human, 3 attack, 2 health. Class bonus ranged 2. As long as Gloam Spire Wraith is distant, it has on hit recover X, where X is the amount of damage dealt by this unit.
So if it's distant, it's healing you 5. If it hits for whatever it hits, it can't be blocked as long as it's not blocked. Because it doesn't have to hit champion. You can just block another ally or unit and heal you 5.
Could be really good
Or
in
3.
like a slower mid-range, maybe even a control Ranger shell.
Yeah.
This card is probably an absolute banger in that list.
Yeah.
But other than that,
It's
very
to me,
situational.
personally,
but-
much worse than the other dude.
Oh yeah, way
So-
worse. Way worse. You have to get range. You have to get distant with this.
3/4. I'm gonna say 3.
Yeah.
gonna say 3.
Yeah, 3 say. I like 3 as well.
Yeah.
I think it has a lot of play in the right situations.
Yes,
But
yeah.
Homeboy is like just good all the time.
Yeah.
Carter, that card's nuts. Yeah.
All right, Load Soul. 2 cost Umbra Ranger Curse skill action slow speed. Materialize a bullet card from your material deck, then you may put 2 durability counters on a gun weapon you control. If you do, put Load Soul on the bottom of your champion's lineage. Inherited effect, this object has -2.
You know what I'm really thinking and kind of feeling, and I don't know if it's going to be possible, but I really feel like that turn that you with Self-Curse Diana, when you go for that kill, I feel like you're playing most of the curses
On that turn.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
I'm
But
kind of feeling like, because if you play this on top of everything else you're
it's
doing,
just hard to get that many cards in hand
It's
to do
No, I
the
agree.
thing.
consistent, and it can be stopped by a wide variety of
This
things.
one, to me, I think is worse than the other one. Because the other one's already giving you 2 bullets. Or, sorry, hers. If you're going curse stuff, you're only going to get 2 bullets. So you wouldn't want to play, you don't care about playing this because you can just load those in anyway, like normal. And you're getting a 3rd one from your level 2 effect.
2 durability counters on the gun is pretty good.
Yeah, but you're most likely bringing out her other guns, which already have
has tons of
4.
them, yeah.
So
we're gonna swing 4 times. And yeah,
I'm giving this a 2.
Yeah, I think it is pretty
Sure, I'll give it
fringe.
2.
I
Yeah.
think a 2 is actually a good.
Yeah.
It's not being harsh. I think it's just fringe.
Okay, this one is probably 2 cost Mindbreak Bullet, item Ranger Bullet with 3 attack on it.
Yeah.
Tap, load it into a target unloaded gun, standard. Class bonus on champion hit, look at that opponent's memory and discard a card from it.
this one's pretty strong because It's also being 3 attack. I feel like is a big deal.
3 attack is huge.
Yeah.
This is a
for
5.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you my rating right out the gates.
Yep.
You guys know how I feel about hand hate.
Yep.
This card is nuts.
This is the bullet you want to use.
This
Obviously.
isn't discard a random card. This is gain information, discard your choice, and it's great attack damage.
And it's also, like right now, like the cards that I love are all minuses.
Do you know that Gwain's also a ranger?
Yeah, just want to throw that out there. Hand hate, baby.
I would give this a 5, even though I've been hating on the whole gun bullet kind of curse scheme.
You
I
have
think,
to play around this.
I
I'll go
think,
5 as well.
I think that you can sneak this in a very small gun package,
Sure. Yeah.
and
Sure.
it's so strong.
Yeah, like if you just play a ranger, you can play this
Yeah.
card, right? So yeah, that card, that's a 5. That card's strong. No
All right.
minus. This is
2 cost Relentless Hex Chaser, Ally Ranger Human. It's a 2/2. Ranged 2. On enter, if you control a distant unit, Relentless Hex Chaser becomes distant. Element bonus to
Pay 2.
reserve. Yeah, 2 reserve. Return Relentless Hex Chaser from your graveyard to the field rested.
This is pretty cool.
Cards.
This
Nuts.
one's pretty cool. So I like that it says distant unit because you can do this with your champion as well, right? There's the Diana level 3 that gives yourself distant on enter. So you can do this the turn you go to level 3 and gain distant, which is now a 2 cost 4/2.
You could self-mill and bring them out.
Are you reading this?
If Relentless House card element changes in the graveyard, non-Umbra champions may be able to activate its ability. For example, if Nullifying Lantern changes this card's element to Norm in the graveyard, you control a Norm element champion, usually by having at least one Norm element champion card in Lineage, then you may activate this
Wait,
card's ability.
Any color can play this?
Any color can theoretically. If you,
If it's in your
my goodness!
graveyard,
Sorry, I got so many ideas.
Okay,
ideas.
now that being said, what I was going to say, and this is so funny that they put that on there, this little, because that changes a lot of things. We talk about graveyard decks so far in this game as erupting decks that try to fill their graveyard with fire.
Yeah.
This is an actual graveyard card that you want in your graveyard.
I know Isaac just wants to stop recording and build decks right now.
I have so many ideas for this
It is
card.
kind of crazy that Lantern doesn't turn this off in a Ranger deck. And yeah, obviously anyone can use it. That's kind of wild. And this obviously was not designed to be this way.
No.
Clearly.
Nullifying Lantern puts some wrenches into some plans.
Nullifying Lantern is a terrible card, bro.
Nullifying
They need to
Lantern
just...
is
It's a 5 out of 5.
It is a 5 out of 5.
It is meta
a
defining.
10 out of 5.
It is a 10 out of 5. Best card in the game.
This card,
Super, like, unique.
Okay.
it's gotta be 5. It's gotta be 5
It's,
because it's meta defining in terms of what you could see with this card being in decks.
It's not impossible to banish cards from graveyards.
Scavenger Raccoon poops on this
and
one.
Merlin level 2, right? Like, although you're not going to want to be staying on Merlin level 2 for forever.
Dude, if they're eating this on my
You're feeling pretty good about it.
Yeah.
This is cool. This
It's
is cool.
very cool and would be on one of my short list watch lists
Sure,
for this set.
Oh, 100%. Because these
I'm gonna
cards...
throw off our star rating. You're probably gonna rate it lower. I'm rating it a 5.
No. I 100% think that card is... I already thought it was incredibly strong. I don't know by our rating system if it will be in every deck, so I'm not going to give it a 4, but a 3 for a high 3.
I'll give it a high 3.
That card is incredibly strong, and any kind of graveyard recursion, once we start seeing reanimator strategies in this game, this is the type of card that just gives you bonuses for putting cards in your graveyard. This turns Sink into Oblivion, Self-Mill, like actually gives you an actual reason to do it.
Yeah.
So that all being said,
Shade
my
Cursed
gosh, I just thought I saw it with that too.
I know.
Okay, continue.
Shade Cursed Hunter. 2 cost, ally, ranger, curse human, 2 attack, 1 health, ranged 5 stealth. Ranged 5 is huge.
Yeah.
On death, put Shade Cursed Hunter on the bottom of your champion's lineage. Inherited effect, this object has -2.
2 costs
7 attacks.
5. Or 7/1.
Yeah.
With stealth.
Yeah.
Um.
And we already have a way to make all allies gain distant.
Yep.
That is also a defensive card. So you just put down 2 or 3 of these in one turn. They all have stealth and protected. Then you protect something, give them all distant. Next turn, you swing 21 damage at your opponent.
If you're playing the one that removes curses, this is not a big deal at all because you can. Even if you're not playing that curse 100% curse strategy, you can play that level 3. So you just get rid of it.
Sure.
Because that's supposed to be like I feel like a downside.
Here's a
in some
question that
cases.
we should probably talk about because we haven't talked about this, and we probably will talk about it again in the others. But the distant mechanic.
Yeah.
Is there a way that we could pull it up and read exactly the flavor text of it? And when I mean flavor text, I just mean like the actual ruling behind it. So how long does distance last?
It lasts until the end of your turn.
So when you do it on their turn,
Yes.
you get it to the end of
Yes.
your turn.
Yeah,
I just wanted to confirm that for everybody so they know, because I know people at home right now are like, wait, but I thought at the end of turn you lose this thing, so why does that matter?
Yep,
So if you false step on your opponent's turn, you do all the paying extra and everything, your Shade Curse Hunters are going to hit like a train.
And that was exactly what I wanted, the point I wanted to get across, and I just wanted to confirm it. So that's
for
perfect.
sure.
I would probably give that, honestly, like a 4. I think it's crazy.
I'll go to a 4 as well.
Yeah, that's a 4.
That is in that, I think Ranger's best deck is going to be aggro mid-range, where you're going into that 1 level 3 Diana that's going to hit like a brick on that turn, and you're doing all this kind of stuff as well.
I'm playing a certain card that I don't want to mention.
Here's a 0-cost Umbra Sight. So again, one of the Sight archetypes, or not archetypes, but classes.
Cards,
Types.
Advanced element card.
Action, Cleric Curse, spell, fast. Draw a card. You may draw a card into your memory and put Umbra Sight on the bottom of your champion's lineage. When you do, deal 2 unpreventable damage to your champion for each curse card in your champion's lineage. So it is going to help you do that curse cards all at once turn kind of thing,
100%.
right?
Especially if this is your first one you put.
Right. Oh, yeah.
If this is the first one you put, it's insane.
I feel like this is one of the most inconsistent sites that we've seen overall. If we're rating this, if we made a site rating video, I would put this at the bottom.
Sure.
However, sites are still very strong, and I would probably give this a 3. I don't like that it's
a +1, you know.
I don't like that it's not optional, like in a way. Like it is, you can just use it to draw a card, but like to get the +1, you might not just be able to do that, right?
Yeah.
And it's like the other sites that let you +1, like you can pretty much do that.
If you're not really going completely all in on the self-curse stuff, but you are running that one that can remove the curses,
Sure.
I think it's kind of cool.
Sure.
It is a way to just like you said, potentially play 2 of these, get absolutely replace themselves, and then put another curse or 2 on you and win the game.
Yeah.
So we might see these like, I keep bringing it up. It's so funny. These like, it's because in these cards I feel it. I see it. It's like these Exodia-esque combos where you get like 3-4 cards from your deck and go, oh, I got it. I win.
Yeah.
Like that's
for sure.
It's kind of cool.
As long as you're not, and this one is as long as you're not low enough or too low, then you're chilling.
Cool card.
I'd give it a 3.
Yeah, definitely a 3. I could see the potential as an actual +1. It almost makes me want to go 4.
I'm going to say 4 because I could see it in the scenario where we're not running, where you're not going all in on the self-curse, but you are running that one that removes self-curses.
Yeah,
sure.
Could definitely be good in that world.
This card's neat.
5-cost Umbral Tithe. Action, Cleric Spell, fast. This card costs 1 less to activate for each curse card in each champion's lineage. That's important.
Yeah.
Each player draws 2 cards into their memory, then deal 4 damage to each champion controlled by players with 6 or more cards in their memory. So, again, Exodia. I mean, this card screams it. It's, did you draw 4 Umbral Sights and do them all in a row, and then Umbral Tithe your opponent for a ton of damage?
It's
like,
so cool.
Again, strong card, inconsistent, I think.
There's cards that say, though, one of the curses, is it the main curse where like they take 2 damage if they've drawn 2 cards?
Yes, yeah.
So this draws them 2, so they're going to take 6 damage if they have that on there. If they have multiple on it, Creeping Torment, I think it is.
Yeah.
This card does a lot of damage.
Yeah.
It absolutely does.
It's a really cool card. If you're doing the curse stuff, this is going to be part of it. So
I give it a 4.
4, yeah.
4?
I think it.
I don't think it makes it into every deck.
I think it is a big win con.
It is,
This
definitely.
is like,
Maybe it is just good.
I feel like it
all
is.
the
That's
time.
what I'm saying. I think maybe
like,
in
even
every
if you just
Umbra.
hit them once,
Yeah.
put 1 curse on them, it makes it cost 1 less.
Exactly.
And then they go. How do you take the damage? How much do you have to? 6 or
6 or more down.
So they took their turn, so they have something. Right.
Yeah.
And then you go, okay, cool.
then they draw 2 more.
Yeah.
So, and it's also really important. Like this
You're gonna
is
hit yourself.
This is a way you could hit yourself.
Yeah.
Unless you do the sights and all that stuff. And again, I think it's that Exodia style, so that you're not hitting yourself off this. We have to have exactly the right setup. But I do like it because this is giving them a huge damage output that's not attack damage.
Yeah.
Because everything else we've read basically gets stopped by a couple of deflecting edges or resolute stands and stuff like that.
Or the new stealth card.
Right.
Or spell shields.
Exactly.
Or
so I do like that
Song
one
of
a
Frost.
lot.
That one's got a lot of potential.
Yeah,
for sure.
All right.
Oh, do we all? Oh, 4.
4.
4.
Yeah, let's make sure.
Yeah, I think we all did 4. I think I said 3.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But anyway.
This is our last Umbra card. So 2-cost Again, another curse, fast action, Ranger curse spell. All units you control become distant. Then put Violet Haze on the bottom of target champion's lineage. Inherited effect, this object has -2.
They become distant too. Something to note. Oh no, only distance you control.
No.
Oh, I missed the control. My
Yeah,
bad.
so
Or you control.
again with that 1/7 attack ally,
Oh my gosh.
like
This card's
you
nuts.
pay 2 because all those allies have stealth too. So
Yeah.
like you could just have those allies on board, Violent Haze the next turn. You're gonna deal 2. If you have more of them, you could literally like play 3 of these in a turn.
This
or
is
something.
so
You can
good.
even get like a Lorraine that tries the Sword of Seeking one to
Yeah.
kill it, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, by the way, distant it,
And then
hit you for 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this a 4 because I think it goes in both decks because it is target champion with that curse.
Yes.
So you can do self curse or them.
It's
Yes.
so good.
It's
It's just a minus. It gives them. It does 2. It's a 2 damage,
deal 2
2
damage
burn,
if you wanted to. Yeah.
and then on top of that, it gives all units you control distance. So you're giving yourself distance, so at least 2 + 2 to your attack.
Because
so
this
that
is-
alone is 4.
This is
Yep.
also kind of unpreventable damage, right? Minusing health.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of ways to stop that.
No.
So I
No.
like that part about it. I do. Yeah, I would give this a 4, maybe even a 5.
Yeah.
I think that.
It might be a 5, dude.
I think that Umbra cards are pretty clear which ones are good and which ones are bad,
Sure.
and most advanced elements are not like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this one's really good. Do we know for sure we have the starter deck as
This
well?
is yep.
Yes,
This, we are.
yeah, yeah.
We're good.
Perfect.
We got all cards this time. We
Awesome. Just want to make sure.
So guys, if you want to prove me wrong and humiliate me at Ascent Ontario, beating me with Diana, go pre-order your singles from TrueChampionGaming.com. We have every single card from ALC up and ready to pre-order, or depending on when this is released, already
Just order.
Yeah, we're
We'll
doing extremely fast shipping. We are mailing out orders every single day so that you can hopefully get your cards in as quick as possible to playtest and be ready for
Yep.
California.
also. We are now affiliated with TCG Player.
That's correct.
So if you're buying cards on TCG Player, even for this set, click our link down below and then add those cards to your cart, and then we get a small kickback, which just it's. I mean, you're going to buy those anyway, so might as well help us out. If you
Yeah,
like supporting
it
us,
helps
we appreciate it.
Yeah, and maybe you just like buying all your stuff on TCG Player.
Yep.
Maybe that's just how you do your thing,
Yep.
and it's more comfortable. This is a way you can support us without having to go to our website and buy through there.
Or
Yeah,
if
for sure.
we're sold out of
Products.
Scry the Stars,
Yeah.
because it's a crazy
we're
card.
gonna sell out of it,
Yeah,
so.
we won't sell out of any Umbra cards though because they're all bad.
Carter.
We'll see you guys.
See you guys.
See you guys soon.